ẹ kú dédé àsìkò yìí ní gbogbo ibi tí a bá ti láǹfààní láti máa gbọ́ mi tó bá fẹ́ dàbí everybody kò gbọ́dọ̀ máa ronú bí everybody lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ ẹ kọ́kọ́ gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ yìí.
January 15 in the morning, the coup. And the man who spearheaded the coup happened to be my friend.
The point is this: when you have an ineffective and incompetent government, we are all victims. And don't let anybody deceive you. Those of you who are in business, your business will have been better today if we have a competent and effective and performing government. It will have been. As I said, giving an excuse, we met many challenges. Now, if there are no challenges, then you wouldn't need to come. Huh? If there are no challenges, you don't need to come. And you come in because you know that there are challenges. And then giving us an excuse that you have many challenges, that's why you haven't achieved result. And then you still want to go. The first lesson I learned in my military training is never reinforce failure. What we have now is failure, never you reinforce it.
ṣẹ́rí fọ́nrán yẹn màá yànnàná ẹ̀ fún yín nítorí pé ó ti di tọ́nà fọ́ká lórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára látàrí bí nǹkan ṣe ń lọ lórílẹ̀‐èdè nàìjíríà lásìkò yìí bí kò ṣe tẹ́ àwọn èèyàn kan lọ́rùn bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn èèyàn kan ń gbé òṣùbà káre fún ìṣèjọba tó wà ní òde yìí. ẹ jẹ́ n kọ́kọ́ sọ di mímọ̀ fún yín wípé fọ́nrán yìí jẹ́ fọ́nrán kan tí ó ti pẹ́ tó jẹ́ ti ọdún 2018 níbi tí ààrẹ àná Olúṣẹ́gun Ọbásanjọ́ ti ń sọ àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ kan ránṣẹ́ sí ìṣèjọba Muhammadu Buhari ẹni tó ti jáde kúrò láyé. Fọ́nrán yìí jẹ́ fọ́nrán èyí tí ààrẹ àná Olúṣẹ́gun Ọbásanjọ́ fi ń sọ ọ́ di mímọ̀ fún àwọn èèyàn kan tí wọ́n kùnà nígbà tí wọ́n fi wọ́n sí ipò náà ní ìgbà náà pé wọn ò tún gbọ́dọ̀ gbé igbá ètò ìdìbò tí wọ́n bá ti kùnà àti pé kí àwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà náà má fi ipá kàn án nípa tàbá sọ̀rọ̀ nípa àwọn tó ti kùnà kí wọ́n tó fi ipá mú wọn wá sí inú ipò ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. ṣé wá rí fọ́nrán yẹn àwọn èèyàn tí ń gbé lọ́tún wọ́n ti ń gbé lọ́sì wọ́n fi ń lọ ìṣèjọba ààrẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu lásìkò yìí. lótìtọ́ àti lódodo gbogbo ènìyàn kan ni ó gba ti ìṣèjọba ààrẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn èèyàn kan gba tiẹ̀ lọ́pọ̀ púpọ̀. ọ̀rọ̀ yìí mo fẹ́ jẹ́ kí ẹ mọ̀ wípé lótìtọ́ àti lódodo ó kan àwọn èèyàn kan gbọ̀ngbọ̀ngbọ̀n. ká zoom pé ìṣèjọba ààrẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu ní ọ̀pọ̀ ènìyàn ń darí ọ̀rọ̀ náà sí nítorí mo rí lójú òpó Túndé Ednut bí wọ́n ṣe post ẹ̀ báyìí over millions láti jẹ́ kí ẹ mọ̀ wípé ìjọba tó wà lóde lásìkò yìí àwọn èèyàn kan ò gbà tiwọn o bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni àwọn èèyàn kan gbà tiwọn. ṣé ká sọ pé látàrí àwọn kan tí àwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà là kọjá ni àbí ká sọ di mímọ̀ wípé nípa ti àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú alátakò ni ó jẹ́ kí gbogbo àwọn nǹkan wọ̀nyí máa jáde. ọ̀rọ̀ bàbá Ọbásanjọ́ yìí tí wọ́n lọ tún wú jáde ó ti wá ṣe kí ni ó ti wá dàbí wípé ó bá àwọn nǹkan kan lọ ní àsìkò yìí. ẹ jẹ́ n sọ di mímọ̀ fún yín pé ọ̀rọ̀ òṣèlú ọ̀rọ̀ tó lágbára ni o tó o bá mọ bí a ti máa gbà dá sí má jẹ́ kó fi orí ẹ̀ fọ́ àgbọ̀n. ṣe rántí nígbà tí bàbá Ọbásanjọ́ wá sí Ìpèrò nígbà tí ààrẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu wá ṣe aṣọ lójú eégún pápákọ̀ òfurufú àgbáyé ti ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn ẹ rí bí wọ́n ṣe kíra wọn ẹ rí bí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ṣe lọ ẹ rí bí ìbáṣepọ̀ yẹn ṣe lọ. ọlọ́gbọ́n lọ̀rọ̀ mi léyè. So back to our discussion. fọ́nrán yẹn ó lọ ní ìfẹ̀gbẹ́kẹ̀gbẹ́ pẹ̀lú àwọn èèyàn kan lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà ọ̀pọ̀ àwọn adarí kan ni wọ́n ti kùnà nípa ti ipò tí wọ́n yàn wọ́n sí ọ̀pọ̀ àwọn gómìnà kan ni wọ́n ti kùnà nípa ti ojúṣe wọn sí ará ìlú. bẹ́ẹ̀ a kì í rìn kórí má mì ìṣèjọba òde yìí àwọn náà ti rólé apá kan wọ́n ti dápá kan sí ní àwọn apá ibì kan. ṣùgbọ́n ọ̀rọ̀ tí àwọn èèyàn ń gbé káàkiri tó jẹ́ ti ààrẹ àná Olúṣẹ́gun Ọbásanjọ́ jẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ́ wípé kí àwọn tó kàn kí wọ́n fi ṣe àtúnṣe kí àwọn tí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kàn gbọ̀ngbọ̀ngbọ̀n kí àwọn náà rò ó dáadáa wípé ṣé mo ti ṣe dáadáa láti sọ wípé mo tún fẹ́ lọ fún sáà ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì. wọ́n sọ nínú ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn wípé kí àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà má tún reinforce failure sí àwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà, eléyìí lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà that please, you know who are not capable of going back to that position, why do you have to vote them in? Láìpẹ́ ni mo rí ẹgbẹ́ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ fẹ̀yìntì Nigerian Union of Pensioners tí wọ́n sọ pé káwọn èèyàn lọ gba káàdì alálòpẹ́ PVC wọn láti fi yọ àwọn adarí burúkú, àwọn adarí tí ò ṣe dáadáa tí wọn ò fẹ́ tí àwọn ará ìlú láti fi yọ wọn kúrò. Àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ yìí tí wọ́n ti fẹ̀yìntì tá a bá bí wọn rí wípé wọ́n máa rí sọ nítorí àwọn kankan ò tẹ́ wọn lọ́rùn nípa bí àwọn gómìnà kan, nípa bí ìṣèjọba kan ṣe ń ṣe sí wọn, ni wọ́n ṣe tẹnumọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn níbi ìpàdé wọn tó wáyé ní ìlú Abẹ́òkúta láìpẹ́ yìí. Ni wọ́n sọ di mímọ̀ wípé ẹ wò ó, ẹ lọ gba káàdì ìtorí nǹkan tẹ nílò rèé, tẹ lè fi ṣe kíni, tẹ lè fi yọ àwọn adarí tó kù díẹ̀ káàtó tí wọ́n ò ṣe dáadáa, tí wọ́n ò fẹ́ ti àwọn mẹ̀kúnnù, tẹ lè fi yọ wọn kúrò. So ẹ wá rí i pé ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ó ń lọ níbàámu pẹ̀lú ìpalẹ̀mọ́ ètò ìdìbò tó ń bọ̀ ní ọdún 2027. ọ̀rọ̀ tí bàbá Ọbásanjọ́ sọ yìí, tí àwọn èèyàn lọ wú jáde tó jẹ́ àti ọdún 2018 tí wọ́n fi òkò kan ránṣẹ́ sí ààrẹ olóògbé Muhammadu Buhari, ní àwọn èèyàn kan tó wá lọ wú jáde lásìkò yìí nítorí àwọn nǹkan tó wà nílẹ̀. Ẹni tí yóò bọrin jẹ́ kò ní kọ́ ń bó lórin ṣe kọ́. Èmi ò sọ pé ìṣèjọba kan dá o, ṣùgbọ́n ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń gbé kiri, kí ni ìdí tẹ́ ṣe ń gbé kiri? Lótìtọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn deep. Bó bá jẹ́ ìṣèjọba ẹlòmíì ló wà níbẹ̀ tí kì í ṣe ti ààrẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu tí wọ́n bá wú jáde, ibi táwọn èèyàn máa kà sí náà nìyẹn. But ẹni tí ọ̀rọ̀ náà kàn, àwọn tọ́rọ̀ náà kàn kí wọ́n ṣe àtúnṣe. Ẹ̀yin ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà, ètò ìdìbò ń bọ̀ lọ́nà 2027. Ẹ̀yin náà mọ bí nǹkan ṣe ń lọ. Ẹni tí ẹ bá mọ̀ wípé ó kájú òṣùwọ̀n, ẹ dìbò fún. Ẹni tí ẹ bá sì rí wípé ó kù díẹ̀ káàtó, tẹ́ mọ̀ wípé eléyìí ò láǹfààní láti tún débẹ̀ mọ́, ẹ ṣe bó ṣe yẹ kẹ́ ṣe. Nítorí pé ó ń bọ̀ àwọn là ń dẹ́dẹ́, ọwọ́ ara ni la fi ń tún wà ara ẹni ṣe. Ohun lọ̀rọ̀ tó wà lẹ́yìn. So mi ò fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ púpọ̀ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn, mo kọ̀ wá láti wáyé ọ̀nà náà fún yín ni pé fọ́nrán yẹn 2018 ló ti jáde, bó tilẹ̀ jẹ́ pé disinformation ti jáde lórí ẹ̀. So mo kọ̀ fẹ́ jẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ ní pé lóòótọ́ ó lè bá àwọn kankan mu. Mo ti rí èèyàn kan tán ti fi ránṣẹ́ sí àwọn gómìnà kan nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Mo ti rí táwọn èèyàn kan ti fi ń lọ ìwà àwọn gómìnà kan ní apá àríwá gúúsù ìwọ̀ oòrùn. Àwọn gómìnà kan wọ́n ní eléyìí gangan ló yẹ kí wọ́n gbọ́, eléyìí gangan ló yẹ fún wọn. Ẹ dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé bàbá Ọbásanjọ́ no be today ni wọ́n ti máa ń sọ àwọn òkò ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn. No be today ni wọ́n ti máa ń fi àwọn òkò ọ̀rọ̀ ránṣẹ́ tó yẹ pé tó bá sọ́lẹ̀ báyìí ọ̀pọ̀ ẹlòmíì máa dìímú ni. So eléyìí ẹ jọ̀ọ́, àwọn tí ọ̀rọ̀ náà kàn, ẹ̀yin tẹ̀dẹ̀ ń gbé kíta bá rí fọ́nrán yẹn gangan ẹ rí i pé ó yàtọ̀ sí recent appearance bàbá Olúṣẹ́gun Ọbásanjọ́. Ó lè bá ìgbà mu o, nítorí gbogbo àwọn àsìkò kan wà ní àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ kan jẹ́ evergreen ọ̀rọ̀ ní àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ kan tó jẹ́ pé kò sígbà tẹ́ sọ, bó jẹ́ wọ́n ti sọ ní ọdún tipẹ́tipẹ́, ó sì máa bá ìgbà yìí mu. Irú ẹ̀ gan ni ọ̀rọ̀ yìí lọ fún. So ọ̀rọ̀ yìí tí à ń sọ yìí, bàbá Ọbásanjọ́ náà sọ nǹkan kan níbi ètò ìfọ̀rọ̀wérọ̀ kan. Àwọn mi kẹ́ gbọ́rọ̀ yẹn délẹ̀ dáadáa, kẹ́ lè mú àwọn àṣírí kan nípa àwọn nǹkan tí a ti ń bá bọ̀ lórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Ọ̀pọ̀ èèyàn sọ pé bàbá náà ṣẹ̀bẹ́ yìí náà wà níbẹ̀ níṣèjọba ológun, ẹ ṣe nínú ìṣèjọba alágbádá, ẹ̀yin náà ẹ pẹ̀lú wọn, ẹ ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ tí gbogbo ẹ̀ bá wọ́ lásìkò yìí, ẹ̀yin náà ní ká bí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àwọn èèyàn kan sọ. Ẹ wò, ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ fọ́nrán yìí, ẹ rí nǹkan dìmọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Torí ẹnìkan torí ọ̀la ni. Tó bá jẹ́ ìgbà àkọ́kọ́ tí ń rẹ̀, má gbàgbé láti like, comment, kẹ́dẹ̀ subscribe. Tó bá fẹ́ dàbí everybody, ó gbọ́dọ̀ máa ronú bí everybody. Ọ̀rọ̀ bàbá Ọbásanjọ́ tẹ́ fẹ́ gbọ́ yìí, gbogbo ohun tí ẹ bá rí sí, ẹ fi ránṣẹ́ sí abẹ́ comment section. Nítorí ọ̀rọ̀ tí a tún shape the future of Nigeria. Very, very important. Ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ débẹ̀.
I was, when I left secondary school, I actually worked for USC.
USC?
For a short time before I took to teaching in a secondary modern school. And then from there, I went to into the military. So it's, I think that part of my working with USC was also part of the experience in my life.
In your life, yes. That made you who you are.
Yeah. Well, made me what I am or what I am not.
All right, sir. And let's go straight into it. This particular segment, we'll be looking at your life and times in the military, your days in the engineering corps, and then your participation in the Nigerian Revolution and the Civil War that defined what the country is today. You're remembered particularly as a person who took the surrender of Biafra. We want to look at your journey into the military and how you progressed in it.
Well, as I said to you, and you also mentioned that it was from teaching that I went into the military. I may say I went into the military by accident.
Oh.
Yeah. And what happened was, at that time, there was only one university in Nigeria, University of Ibadan. I was studying to do my GC advanced level, and I was teaching. I left USC because I didn't have enough time to study and prepare for the external exams that I wanted to do. And then one day I picked the Daily Times, which was the popular newspaper at that time.
National Daily.
National Daily. And in it I saw the advertisement for officer cadets. And what interested me was not the officer cadet aspect. What interested me was that I was going to take an exam.
Oh.
Okay. And because I was reading, well, let me see this an exam. Let me go. I was teaching in Ibadan, and I would get railway warrant from the provincial office. I got railway warrant. I went to Lagos to take the exam. I came back, and when the result came out, they said I passed, and we should come for interview. Again, I got warrant to go by train. I went for interview. Again, they say I passed. But by this time, I've got a scholarship.
Oh.
The United Nations scholarship. Many people don't know about it. There was a United Nations scholarship for self-governing territories.
Oh.
And the countries that gave the scholarship are countries that had no territories: India, Pakistan, America, Canada. So I applied, and I was given admission to read geology in UCLA. So
UCLA.
Yeah, University of California,
US.
Los Angeles, yes, in the US. So I had a problem. I had passed the Army
entrance.
And that time we had to go to Ghana because we are still West African Frontier Force. And here I had a
Scholarship to study UCLA.
to study in America. So I made inquiry, and they said my scholarship could be deferred for 1 year. Oh, okay, that gave me something. Well, 1 year, and to go into the army, the initial training in Ghana is for 6 months. So I chose to defer my scholarship for 1 year and go to Ghana for 6 months. So I made up my mind that if I fail to make it in Ghana, my scholarship was waiting. I will. Then I went to Ghana for 6 months. They said again I passed.
Oh.
Okay, now, now I have to take a decision that had now to define the rest of my life. Now, should I go and continue in the military and go abroad to the UK and all that, and which means that I will forfeit the scholarship? Or should I take on the scholarship and forget about the military? In which case, I will go to America and study geology. I think God decided for me that I should go
into the military.
So I left the scholarship and went to the military. And well, the rest
This is
is part of the history now that
we're going to talk about.
that we are talking about. Now, 9 of us were picked at that time, and the largest number that Nigeria would be sending to UK at that time. Normally, they will send 4, 5. But in 1957, they picked 9 of us. 9 of us were Benjamin Adekunle, Shotomi, Jacob Efene, Henry Boba, Chukwuka, Adegoke was one of them. But 9 of us. And they thought that 5 of us that are regarded as, 4 of us that are regarded as a bit older and mature. We go for a short course. And the 5 will go to a longer course. So Harry Boba, Shotomi, Patrick Amadi, and myself, 4 of us, went for the short course. And we finished. We were posted to, I was posted to 5th Battalion, which was then in Kaduna. And I had attachment with the British Army, first of all with the Welsh Guard in Babright, near London. And I used to take my platoon to Buckingham Palace to serve as guard. Buckingham Palace. I did almost 4 months with the Welsh Guard. Then I went to Germany and stayed with, I was attacked to King Own Yorkshire Light Infantry. The nearest war situation that you can be posted in the British Army then was Germany, which they call British Army of the Rhine. And again, I was there then for almost 4 months. That gave me opportunity to see the two parts of Germany, the eastern part and the western part where we were based. And I came home. I came home just before independence in 1959, and the first thing I had to do was to participate as a troop leader for the election of 1959. Oh, the last election that
of independence
that gave independence to Nigeria. Well, in fact, when I landed in Kano, my battalion was already deployed in Kano, so I didn't have to go to Kaduna. I was taken there and then in Kano, and as soon as I landed, I said, "Look, there you are. Your platoon, your battalion is here," and I was posted to B company. I started work. The day I landed. And then the rest of my military career was that I wanted to not to remain in infantry, and I wanted to be in the Corps of Engineers and be trained. And I applied. Well, some of my colleagues in the with whom I joined the army at the same time said, "You are the most stupid human being," because in the Corps of Engineers, the highest rank that we had then was major. Okay. Whereas if I remain in the infantry, we had a major general and 2 brigadiers and maybe about 4 colonels.
So career-wise, it was more promising.
So career-wise, going into the Corps of Engineers is not a wise decision. But that's what I wanted, and I went back to UK and I studied engineering, including survey and all that, and I came back. So I was in the Corps of Engineers, and but you see, having trained as an infantry officer and transferred to Corps of Engineers to engineering, it's a good preparation. And with the army, of course, whether you are in the Corps of Engineers or in infantry, once you are a regular, what we call regular combatant, you continue your progress. What it then meant is that you have what they call special to arm training and then the general training. Special to arm is whatever particular or peculiar to the Corps of Engineers, and general is the staff college and other things, the command and staff training of a general nature. So I continue with that. And I was the first non-infantry officer to go to staff college. I went to staff college in India, which of course meant good for me, because they call it staff college, staff and command. So I came back. I was in the Corps of Engineers, and those who said I was stupid to have gone into the Corps of Engineers were in a way right, because my colleagues who were in infantry were being promoted, but I was
then delayed.
I couldn't get promotion because the establishment was not there. We had 3 British officers. One was we had a major. Our establishment was a major. 3 captains. So we had 1 British officer, a major, 2 British officers, captain, and the first Nigerian officer, Michael Kuchimen, who was in the Corps of Engineers, was a captain. So there was nowhere for me until the idea of Nigerianization became heightened, and then they started something they call supernumerary rank.
Supernumerary
rank.
Okay.
Which means that Yes, there may be no establishment in that rank for you in that unit, but there is budget that you can be promoted to that rank because you are not going to continue to be kept down. So again, I was one of the few in the Nigerian army that enjoys supernumerary rank. So I was promoted a captain, even though the establishment was for one major we had, 3 captains we had, and because I have been delayed, I was supernumerary as a captain. And then, of course, I continued my training. I went to the Staff College in India. The 3rd day or 2nd day, really, I came back from India. We had the first coup. And
January 15th?
January 15.
1966.
I came back on January 13 in the morning. Or January 15 in the morning, the coup. And the man who spearheaded the coup happened to be my friend and my roommate, my housemate.
Kaduna
Chukuma Nzogu. We were the best of friends. We were in the Congo together. So I've written about this. I woke up and Chukuma had told me that they were doing exercise and all that. Well, he never told me that the exercise they were doing was a coup. So I woke up and I didn't see Chukuma. I didn't see anything. So I went to the mess. That's where we eat, and as single officers, the mess is our home. And I got there. I saw the steward in the mess, all in what we call fatigue dress. That is, they are dressed as if they were going to exercise or going to. And I said, "What is happening?" He said, "Oga, you know here." I said, "I know here what? Premier don't die.
Premier Sadwana.
Premier don't die. Brigade commander don't die. Premier don't die. That's Sadawna.
Yeah.
That's the premier. Brigade commander, Ademolebo. Was killing them. So I took the telephone. I phoned the brigade headquarters. Now, the officer there, I was then a major. The officer there, a captain, I said, "Look, tell me what is happening." He said, "What have you heard, sir?" I said, "I heard that Premier is dead. The brigade commander is dead." He said, "Well, you heard well." I said, "Who killed them?" He said, "If you want to know more, come here." I said, "I have no transport." He said he will send me a Land Rover. So send me a Land Rover. I went there. I went to his office. He said, "Well, I saw soldiers all dressed up in battle dress." So when I finished talking to that officer, he said, "But your friend is in the brigade commander's office." That's Chukuma. So I went there. Chukuma he had been dressed by the doctor. I think he had shrapnel.
So he was injured?
He was injured. So I said, "Chukuma, what is all this?" He said, "I was wounded in that bloody man's house." I said, "Which bloody man?" He said, "Sadawna." I said, "What the hell are you doing there?" He said, "Shut up. Don't ask stupid questions." Well, your friend he says that to you. You know that. So I said, "Chukuma, have you had breakfast?" He said, "I had to. Have you had breakfast?" He said, "Oba, go and make breakfast for me. It's only food that you make for me that I will eat." So I went to our house and made breakfast and brought to him. Of course, that was a defining issue in Nigerian life, political and social, economic, and in the Nigerian army. Well, for a long time after that, the camaraderie and the
relationship.
Well, I think I think relationship may be the word, was not quite as it was, because it was a family. The military was a family, and they shattered that coup shattered the oneness in the military. Then suspicion came in. You have to because you had officers were eating together today and tomorrow. It was a different thing. Well, then that was true. They tried to manage that. General Ironsi took over as head of state, but things were never the same. The North at that time were watching and waiting what will happen. Well, what is this? How it will work out? But when the unification decree came out, that was the last straw.
Not broke the cameras.
The North saw that, this is domination, not.
It was a unification decree that actually caused the entire crack.
Yeah, it was unification decree.
Right.
And then things move on. Then you have pogrom, you have Arab affairs, then you have pogrom, and then you have the civil war.
But for the purpose of this particular segment, we may have to end it here, and then we'll take it all in the rest of the stories in the next segment.
Let's stop it here,
Yes.
which is I call the beginning of the civil war. But what the thing that led to the civil war, I think, is the coup.
The night, January 15th,
January 15th,
or the July.
Well, January 15th is but it was this beginning, and it built up until the unification decree, and with the unification decree, the pogrom came out of that. And after the pogrom, action and reaction, we drafted into the civil war.
Thank you so much, sir. It's been an amazing first segment. Thank you for taking us through the history series of how you forayed into the military and the beginning of the civil war. We'll pick up the rest of the journey on a later segment. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much for coming, and we hope we will, any gap that we have, we will fill it in as we go along.
Thank you so much.
ọ̀tẹ̀ ló ń jẹ́ ìlú ń pè ọ́, kò sẹ́ni tí ò lórúkọ tiẹ̀, àti wípé ọmọ kì í gọ̀ títí sẹ́ẹ̀ kó gbàgbé orúkọ ara rẹ̀. ààfin tèmi ò nílò ìdánimọ̀ lọ́jà, tó bá dọ́jà báyìí wọ́n á mọ̀ pé ó dọ́jà ni. èmi tí ń tòótọ́ Samuel Owóyẹmí, fẹ́lẹ́fẹ́lẹ́ láyé lórúkọ mi, fẹ́lẹ́ ní gbogbo èèyàn mọ̀ mí sí. èmi náà kọ́, Ọlọ́run ọba òkè ló fún mi ṣe ní gbogbo ìgbà.